SA, now that the Warriors lost to the Clippers, find themselves in the Chennai.
Hi.
Sorry, I was extremely rude.
Hey, guys. It's all good.
Hey.
Great to have you with us. WNBA draft tonight. Looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun. Hey, bros. How are y'all doing?
Please don't wave like that, Stephen.
Good to see you, Janae.
Stephen A., is Golden State better off this year? Better off as a play-in team?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think they would have been better off getting in the playoffs, being the 6th seed, going up against the Lakers in the first round. They'd had a shot to take them out. I think playing earlier with Steph Curry hampered with the right thumb, with Jimmy Butler getting kneed by Kawhi Leonard yesterday, and having to play about 4 or 5 days earlier than expected, I think ultimately could end up costing them. So I don't see that at all. I hope I'm wrong, because the more they win, the more we all get to see Steph Curry. But I'm not confident in that right now.
I agree with you, Stephen A., because here's the thing. Now look, I understand this the 7-8 matchup, so if you lose, you get an opportunity to play the winner of the 9-10 matchup, but that's not what you want. You want to be an opportunity. You want to get this rest, let that thumb heal up on Steph Curry, let that thigh heal up on Jimmy Butler. You don't want to be playing these extra days. And this notion, and plus, you know they have never gotten out of the play-in. If I'm not mistaken, this is their 3rd time, and every time they've been in the play-in, they've gone home. So this notion that they're just guaranteed to come out of the play-in and get into the playoffs, that's not a foregone conclusion. So I agree with you, Stephen A. I think they would have been better off getting the number 6 seed and having 4, 5, 6 days off of rest and getting ready to gear up for the Lakers.
Okay, I agree in some ways, but this might be a situation where we look back at the Golden State Warriors and we say, they lost the battle, but they might have just won the war. Because if they won that game, you mentioned it, they would have had to go up against the Los Angeles Lakers, which, by the way, you talk about GOAT James. These are 2 of the best playoff performers in NBA history. I hear you, M5, UFC, KSC, whatever, M5. These are the best postseason performers in NBA history. I think Luka Doncic averages 31 in the postseason. LeBron James, 28, and AR-15 has been sensational. They have a certified big 3. You avoid that. Now with just one more win, which, of course, you want to be rested and you want to be healthy. But if they're able to beat the Memphis Grizzlies, you also have avoided the Oklahoma City Thunder, and you secure your spot, avoiding the team that is number 1 in defense in the NBA, top 3 defense, and the likely MVP in SGA. And your matchup could be the Houston Rockets, who I just heard you guys talk about before. While they've had a spectacular season, I have been upfront and personal with this team back home in Houston. They do have lulls offensively. They're like 22nd or 21st when it comes to 3-point makes and 3-point shooting percentage. They need, as you guys mentioned, a go-to player. Drawing the Rockets might actually be the favorable path for the Golden State Warriors. But yes, health comes first. But this might be a situation where they won the war even though they lost the final game of the regular season.
If health comes first, I don't see how you can say that. That's all. I get where you're coming from and where your breakdown totally from a basketball perspective. It all goes out the window if they're not healthy.
All right.
It don't matter. When you see OKC, you have to see us sooner or later. You say, well, we get to Houston, but if you beat Houston, you're going to have to see us sooner or later, Janae. It doesn't matter today, tomorrow, next week. What's in front of you is a butt cutting. So it don't matter when it happened. Just know you're going to get tore up.
1 win. That's it. 1 win. That's their goal.
Yeah. Let's get to
which they've never gotten in the play-in.
And that would be the WNBA draft projected number 1 pick. Paige Beckers is signing a 3-year deal with the 3-on-3 league Unrivaled. Last year, Beckers signed an NIL deal with Unrivaled, which gave her equity in the league, but she didn't play in Unrivaled while finishing her college career. Her first-year salary for the 10-week Unrivaled season will exceed what she would make in 4 years of her rookie contract. My goodness, Janae. How does Paige's Unrivaled deal impact the WNBA?
First of all, the W is getting another W, another win. They're getting another superstar player, with championship pedigree, literally coming off of a championship. Only in the WNBA will a week ago you play in the national championship, and then a week later you are now getting drafted #1, and then you're going to go to another city in another month. You're playing games. It's wild, but kudos to all these amazing players. Paige Bueckers, household name, millions of followers on social media. The W is winning. It's healthy, thriving, striving forward. I love this. A lot of comparisons have been made when it comes to salary, whether it is the NBA or even now Unrivaled. But what I will say when it comes to Unrivaled, everyone is taking note. The average player salary being $200,000 for, as you mentioned, Molly, a 10-week season. That is a standard. I think what you can see is an incubator of such. Unrivaled being a league, this is its first season where you find businesses and you find brands that can supplement what this moment potentially can be for women's basketball players. And it amounted in $27 million in revenue, a strong first year. So the fact that Paige Bueckers can not only debut in the W in a month or so, but most importantly, stay home and make good money, it shows you that the pathways for women's basketball is on the rise.
Well, I think that you're absolutely 100% correct with what you said, Janae, but there's so much to add to that. You got to give major props to Paige Bueckers because, not to say that you didn't, of course you did, but I'm just saying her business acumen, investing in Unrivaled before she arrives there with an NIL deal, having equity in the league, that's a big deal. So then all of a sudden, her salary, projected salary for this upcoming season is a little over $78,000 in year one. You just talked about the average being over $200,000, for folks that are entering Unrivaled. We got that part. We're looking at the WNBA. Who's going to be the highest paid player in the WNBA this year? I believe it is Kelsey Mitchell for Indiana, $249,000. It's the highest, okay? So when you talk about Unrivaled coming along, I mean, this is a very, very big deal. So I'm just looking at it to that standpoint. Then I'm looking at from the history of the WNBA, only 18 players have topped $1 million in career earnings on the court, topped by Skylar Diggins-Smith at $1.56 million. That's what my research shows, okay? So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, if you're Unrivaled, and this is the kind of money, and you were projected to make approximately 12 to 13 million, but you ended up making over $27 million in year one, okay? That is a huge sign. So Bueckers is getting paid not just because of the NIL investment from last year, not just because of the money that they generated, not just because of the equity stake that she has in it, but now she's going to make money as a player as well. Meanwhile, building the league because she's participating in it and what have you. It's a beautiful business move on her part. And she's showing not only that she's a champion on the court, but she has incredible potential to be a champion, literally off the court as well, using the court to buffer her own cachet. It's big time, and she deserves credit for it.
I agree with you. Stephen A., you and I know this, and Janae, you know this firsthand. There's nothing better than making money in a business that you're invested in or that you own. So you own it, and you still make money while doing it. Like, wow, who knew? That is great, and I'm happy for these young women that you're right, Janae. They don't have to go overseas and go to China or Russia or wherever else they have to go. They can stay right here and make a nice supplementary income. Now, it's hard to say that the Unrivaled is supplementary. It seems like the WNBA is supplementary income, and Unrivaled is their main source of income. But you're giving Paige Bueckers the name and the face that she is, and she's coming with a lot of NIL money that's going to turn into endorsements and sponsorship. I'm happy. I am so happy for these young women that they're getting that opportunity to make some real serious money. And I'm proud of the league. I'm proud of Unrivaled. Nafisha Collier and Stewie, they need to be commended for coming up with this idea. And investors, I want to commend you guys for investing in them and believing in these women that they have a product that people want to see. I'm just happy all around. And hopefully when the CBA is all said and done, Janae, hey, now all of a sudden it's 250, the average